A new team of sport reporters are in training at Radio Mansfield 103.2, headed by frontman Tony Delahunty.
It seems a long way away at the moment, cold weather, rain, threats of snow, a long way from the world of cricket. But we've got to be ready by April the 27th to take a whole load of reporters, about 16 reporters, studio staff, producers, all sorts of people, and turn them into broadcasters. Can we do it? I hope so. It's going to be very interesting.
Hello, is that Martin Dobson?
On April the 27th, these reporters will be in the studios at 103.2 and out in the field at local Premier cricket matches, reporting regular cricket bulletins live on air.
If anybody wanted 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3 extra sort of training, interview technique or whatever, I'm more than delighted to do that.
What are you learning from this experience here today?
Well, I'm learning about myself as much as anything else. I'm learning that there's so much to learn out there. You've got greater skills, and really this training program is just to meet lots of people. And this is what this job is all about. You go out there, you meet lots of people, and you ask questions, and you learn about yourself all the time.
You are going to be called by what we call the As Live editor. And he's going to call you, and he's going to say, and he might be as quick and as rude as this. Go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All the lads are looking forward to it. They just want to get going now. They've wintered well, and it's just a case of hitting the ground running, really.
I think it was about February I saw an advert on the internet looking for essentially volunteers for a cricket project, and I watched a video with Tony Delahunty, and it was just impossible not to be sucked in by his enthusiasm.
Are you getting excited for the new cricket season and the programme in general?
I'm always excited about the cricket season. It's been a love of my life, and can't wait for it to start.
That's part of it, but it's the communication with the studio itself. That can be quite nerve-wracking, okay? So in a few minutes, we're going to go through to a studio.
I think for me as a cricketer, we've both done on that side of things, so it's actually kind of nice to see local cricket being put in the spotlight and actually seen on local radio and actually hearing all the results. Normally you get it by text message at the end. This will be a whole new dimension for the cricket in this area.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll give you an example, Gary. There'll be a game in Division 2 this year between Mansfield and Plesley and Sherwood. Two clubs that you and I are heavily involved with. That'd be great for Tony to treat that match as a local derby and an important one for Mansfield. I think that'd be great. A great listing for everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Chris. Right. I'm Gary Farmer for 103.2 Sport.
A match day exercise begins. Some reporters are led to the live broadcast studios. Others are distributed around the building, imitating different cricket match venues.
Gary Edgington, one of the reporters, come from the South Notts League, where I'm the umpire, secretary and league registrar, a former wicket-keeper and attempted leg spinner.
I'm Pete Jones and I'm a reporter for 103.2 Sport, and I'm at the Memorial Ground at Farnsfield reporting on the Farnsfield and the Cavaliers game.
Matt, where are the jingles say?
Promos and Jingles Cricket 2013.
Can the first reporter have us on the line now? Imagine this is a Saturday afternoon. The programme's not even started. Okay. All right, the programme's not even started. You're just checking that you've got contact with all your reporters. And all sorts of things might happen, Callum. Yeah. Some might say, can't get a signal. So you need to tell him so he can start firefighting and that sort of thing.
David. Hi David, we're going live in 2 minutes. You'll be sixth in line, so just stay on the line.
Yeah, I'll stay on line.
My name's James Brandon. I'm going to be doing the latest scores on the bulletins every 25 minutes or so, and helping out with the run chase that starts at 5 o'clock. I am obviously nervous, but a few people have said before there's no point in doing something if you're not going to be nervous, because it obviously is going to mean a lot of things to you. But I am really looking forward to it, and I can only see it going well, to be honest.
In reality, you would tell him to shut up, wouldn't you? Yeah. But we haven't got that feedback today, so just when he goes like that, it means we're ready to run. Do you make sure these guys have got water or anything else that they need when you Joe, while it's going on? And David made a very good point to me today. He said it's sometimes harder to invent things than it is in reality. When you get to the reality, it's easy as that. Right, okay, so how far are we off?
Welcome to Cricket for Days on 103.2 Mansfield. Our first one is Clifton Village versus Caythorpe with your reporter, Brian Wilkinson.
Caythorpe have made a steady but unspectacular start, and although they've not lost a wicket, they're ticking over at just under 2 runs and over.
Just a quick score update in Division 2 here. We have Milton in action against Ordsall Bryden.
1.5 minutes commentary.
At the moment it's 67 without loss. Moles has the strike, and this is Pete Jones for 103.2 at Farnsfield.
There's been a fine cameo from Jimmy Adams, 34 not out, 3 sixes. In fact, 1 6 was that huge it ended up in Sainsbury's car park.
The speed, the pace was good. In general, the pace was pretty good of the reporting, etc. I've already given you one slight bollocking. Never back to the studio. It's the last out cue in the world.
So first of all, tell us how the radio programme came about.
It came about when I met Tony Delahunty back in June at a cricket match, and we both realised we'd got a great love for cricket. And then at the end of the season, Tony suggested that there might be an opportunity for a radio programme.
What were your thoughts on the idea of a radio show for cricket?
Excited, because cricket needs all the publicity we can possibly get. It really does. Funding from the national sports funds is dependent upon how successful cricket is. So to get airtime on the radio was a wonderful opportunity for us.
I just want to say what a real privilege it is to have been invited. This is just the most fantastic project for the game of cricket, number one. Local cricket, number 2, the community generally, number 3.
You mentor a lot of very, very big names in cricket, like Nick Compton, etc. Do they get nervous, people at that level?
I think the difference with the high performers is their ability to actually manage their temperament during these difficult moments. I think at the highest level, the difference in ability is normally very little between one man to the next. But the difference in performance, in terms of being able to reproduce what you're capable of doing, is your ability to manage either the excitement or the enthusiasm or the doubt. And the ones who are really good at managing distraction.
Obviously I'm nervous, it's the first time I would have been live on air, but we've been doing this for months now. I've got plenty of preparation done. I know the games, I feel I know the teams well enough. If we can have a good bash here and give it a good go on Saturday.
Come in and join us. Derbyshire opening batsman, Billy Godleman. Everybody in this room, you may want to remember the next minute or 3. You've got a personal desire, haven't you? An absolute driven personal desire, which you shared with Neil, and I've been fortunate, as Patrick has, to share that desire with you. And it's about a place in Australia, isn't it?
It is. My personal desire is to get to the 26th of this year on December, Boxing Day Test match at the MCG, and stride out to take the first delivery.
Tell everyone about your unique set of circumstances for Saturday, and I think everyone on the project, on 103.2, wishes you all the best, but tell everyone about that.
Yes, they can wish me all the best, but they can do it from Sunday. My wife is due. She's pregnant. She's due today, in fact. So if she goes into labour in the next couple of days, it wouldn't be unheard of, certainly. But I'm kind of hoping that she won't do, and she'll keep it inside for a couple more days, buy me a little bit of time. But if I'd have known about this project, this is how seriously we're taking about it. If I'd have known about this project back when we were talking about it, I would have tried to put her off for a couple more months, because it's been sort of 6 or 7 years as it is.
It's almost the end. They've been training for 4 months now. There were times when I wondered, especially with some of them, whether they'd ever make reporters. Some of them may choke. They're all frightened. They're all nervous, and so am I. But it's when practice and preparation turns into reality, when the mic goes live. We've done every bit of training that we could possibly do. We could go on for months doing this, and it wouldn't bring reality. Just over 36 hours away is reality. I can't wait.
don't think they can either.